So, IPL, all of you would know, is a team game, especially when foreign class players play with Indian players. All it boils down is on collaboration, man management, understanding and moving with different cultures, mentoring the youngsters, resulting in performing as a team. You can see this very much in CSK, Mumbai Indians, Delhi Capitals, and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now, what is this year all about? A. Advantage of pitch conditions thanks to neutral venues. Team selection based on pitch conditions. Agile captaincy. And how well the team combined is able to handle the pressure at crucial moments. So, teams with more individual contributors don't see themselves in the top four. Welcome to RK's Eagle Eye. Today we will analyze each and every team, their playing 11, foreign players option, who has advantage, disadvantage of neutral venues, who will be in the top 4 and why. But this year 2021 IPL, will it continue? Will it last the entire 7 months of IPL because of the resurgence of COVID-19? To me, it is a big risk by BCCI. And if they pass out of the situation in flying colors, believe me, it is a big advertisement from the mere organization of a mega event perspective. So let's look into the pitch neutral venues that this IPL matches are going to be played at. Chennai, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Delhi and Kolkata. Now let's look into the team analysis. CSK. The biggest worry is that like 2020, they will not be playing at their home fortress. Believe me that they are going to play 7 spinners in the ranks. Believe me, not including Suresh Raina. And this is too much for a team which would play 5 matches in Mumbai, 3 matches at Bangalore, 4 matches in Delhi and 2 matches in Kolkata. And unfortunately, they have to include Moeen Ali and Gautam for at least few initial matches as they have paid a huge money to draft them into their own franchise. Now added to that, players like Ambati Rayudu, Suresh Raina, Jadeja, Dhoni, they have not had any international experience in the last 6 months. And it is a huge cause of concern. So batting was a huge concern last year, and this year too, it will be a cause for concern for them. They need to make the best use of Delhi wicket as it's similar to Chennai, and they need to strategically win all those matches in Delhi. To me, they will improve the performance from last year as we have some fast legs who could run between the wickets well and also on the field. They have all-rounders like Sam Curran and Bravo But can we depend on them consistently? To me, they are second string of all-rounders. To me, there will be a marked improvement, but not to the extent of making it to the top 4 even this year. Delhi Capitals, 2 matches in Chennai, 3 in Mumbai, 4 each in Ahmedabad and Kolkata is what they are going to play in those neutral venues, and that is going to be their schedule. That Shreyas Iyer is out of the tournament with an injury is a huge blow to the team, and asking Pant to captain is a strange move. I know Prithvi Shaw is in top form with scores of centuries in the domestic circuit, but he and Steve Smith haven't been as consistent as they should be, and not sure if Pant will be able to exercise that freedom as a captain. And that Rabada, Nortje, Akshar Patel will not be in the scheme of things, at least for the first 2 matches, is a shame to the advertisement of cricket. Now, once they are back with the solid support from Ashwin and Amit Mishra, and with the backing of Shikhar Dhawan and Hetmeyer, I see Delhi Capitals looking as promising and as menacing as we go into the tournament like last year. I definitely see Delhi Capitals in the top 4. Punjab Kings. The best 11 combination for 2020 was a huge challenge for Punjab Kings as they did not have a balanced team throughout the tournament. As indicated last year in my column, Anil Kumble, the coach, is more of a strategist. But what is the use if the strategy is unable to get converted into execution? It remained a strategy. Their weakest link was that bowling department in 2020, and they have now added Richardson and Meredith as fast bowling options. Shami is prone to injuries, and it's going to cause a big worry for them. On the batting front, they have bolstered Mullen in place of Maxwell, which I think is a good move. Yet, they look inconsistent on the bowling front, and like last year, they would love to chase every time to win matches. And that's practically not possible. Inconsistency is still their second name. And that's a huge factor in them not getting into the top 4. Now let us look into KKR. The non-impact players of last year were Andrew Russell, Nitesh Rana, Dinesh Karthik, Morgan, Kuldeep Yadav. It was also the bowlers who let them down, not only in 2020 but also in 2019. That they did not understand the roles to perform was the sole reason they did not come into the playoffs in 2019 and 2020. Also, as mentioned in my column, I did not see the unity within the team, and I continue to see that in this year also. They have bolstered left-arm spinner in Shakib Al Hasan, which is a good move. Now Cummins is the only other impactful player, and lots will depend on the support that he might get from Narain, Russell and Varun Chakravarti apart from Shakib Al Hasan. Unable to understand the inclusion of Harbhajan as he has got a tough competition with Varun. Now Morgan has got few headaches in the form of getting the team balance right. Like Punjab Kings, much will depend on some individual contributions consistently. And I'm sure Morgan is also aware that it is difficult to see themselves in the top 4. Mumbai Indians. One team which is consistent from the inception of IPL apart from CSK is Mumbai Indians. The reason is that they have a backup to handle even in case of injuries. That they are able to bench players like Chris Lynn talks about their backup. This is a strong, consistent and all-round team, and they will surely be in top 4. Rajasthan Royals. But for Ben Stokes, Archer and Butler, this RR team looks very ordinary. I used to mention in my comments last year, while there is only strategy and no execution for Punjab, there is no strategy from RR management at all. It seems individual players play out on their instincts. The team selection also comes from the same perspective. How on earth can they include Chris Morris at a very very high price, knowing well that he is not even in the playing 11 for South Africa? So there will be surprises here and there in terms of victories, but that will not see them in the top 4 even this year. Last year, RCB looked a more balanced team, and I said at that point of time, if they can't make it to the finals, they can't do it anytime under Virat Kohli. This year they have made a gamble by bringing in Maxwell. Now Maxwell has been a poor performer during all his IPL outings. It again depends on if Virat is wanting to open the innings and have ABD come in at number 4 or number 5. If you split them, then things will be a good outing for RCB this year. Unfortunately, Chahar has not been in good form even against England, and he's kind of losing his sheen. But overall, this year though, I see them a huge prospect in them coming into the top 4. Sunrisers Hyderabad. The consistent all-round performance of the entire team has brought them into the top 4. This team has to be in the top 4 with consistency being the second name. So let's look into yesterday's match. Mumbai Indians and RCB played at Chennai. Surprised that RCB won the toss and elected to bowl with Padikkal not in their playing 11, which means there would be a huge pressure again on Virat Kohli and ABD. Also surprised to see Sundar not opening the bowling and instead have Chahal to bowl inside the power play. Now Chahal bowling inside the power play is a big risk option because he's a wicket taking bowler and he leaked I think about 40 runs in his 4 overs. Mumbai Indians was actually sitting very pretty at 135 for 4, and a gamble by having Hardik Pandya to go ahead of Pollard didn't go well with the batting lineup of Mumbai Indians, and they could muster just 24 runs in the last 4 overs. Virat Kohli, having understood that he has only got 4 frontline batsmen, had Washington Sundar to open with them, and this was a masterstroke. That split Virat Kohli and ABD, and the second masterstroke was promoting Maxwell ahead of ABD, which means that he can play without any pressure. Surprised that Mumbai Indians had to include Hardik Pandya and Pollard. Both of them couldn't bowl and both failed as a batsman. Now let's look into today's match. CSK versus Delhi Capitals, that is to be played at Wankhede Stadium, Mumbai today. So Delhi Capitals is all sort of problems. No Shreyas Iyer, no Rabada, no Nodje, no Akshar Patel, and a new captain in punt. CSK won't mind that. A great opportunity for them to open their account today. CSK will have to have Moeen Ali to open with Faf du Plessis, followed by Suresh Raina, Ambati Rayudu, and then comes the host of, I would call, second ring all-rounders in Dhoni, Jadeja, Sam Curran, Bravo, followed by third string of all-rounders in Gautam, Thakur and Deepak Chahar. If I were Dhoni, I would have surely taken in Ruturaj Gaikwad in today's match at the expense of Ambati Rayudu. Now CSK has to be mindful of the fact that Suresh Raina, Ambati Rayudu, Dhoni, Jadeja and even Faf du Plessis haven't had any real match practice in the last 5-6 months. Now DC will have Shikhar Dhawan, Prithvi Shaw, Steve Smith, Hetmeyer. Now they need to have Smith as a consolidation batsman, followed by Rishabh Pant, Stoinis, Ashwin, Chris Wokes, Amit Mishra, Yadav, Umesh Yadav and Ishant Sharma. I hope you have enjoyed today's analysis of RK's Eagle Eye. Until I see you tomorrow, this is RN Ramkumar signing off.